What's the best thing about growing up in Southern California? Frozen yogurt.
Pleased to welcome to the stage Alex Israel.
My name is Alex Israel. I'm an artist.
And Bret Easton Ellis.
I'm the novelist Bret Easton Ellis.
Alex, you once told me that it all started with you reading Bret's books and being inspired by them, feeling their specialness and resonance when you were a teenager.
Yeah, I remember reading Less Than Zero on the plane home from college. It felt very real to me and something that I knew from my own life. I don't know, I just felt like a kindred spirit in Bret and in his writing.
My work is completely inspired by life in Southern California. The texture of the city, the ethos of the city's main export, entertainment, these are all the kind of materials in my work.
When I think back on my childhood and growing up in Los Angeles, that's the thing that I think about the most. You had an enormous amount of freedom to travel from the beaches up to the mountains when it snows. What that did, I think, was give me a kind of freedom in my own writing. And I know that sounds kind of fancy, but just the idea of being this kind of mobile LA kid really did broaden the expanse of what I could and could not write about. I didn't feel that I was trapped in rooms.
You really get to have like a real childhood. You don't really start behaving like an adult until you have a car. So you get a maybe longer incubation period than other places.
It can be a kind of magical place. There are dark sides to it as well. I met Alex Israel when I moved back to LA after being away for many years.
About 10 years ago.
I was kind of amazed by this burgeoning art scene that really wasn't there when I had left.
And then I asked Bret if I could interview him for Purple magazine.
I was interested in the work that he was doing, and then he asked me to collaborate a couple of times.
And he said yes, and that's how we started a dialogue.
From there, we are now here.
What would be your advice in 2015 to a young artist or a young writer?
Oh no.
I'll let you answer that.
Aiming for the aspirational rather than staying true to your own voice and not caring how many people like you or follow you or not. That really does seem to be the blanding out of so many art that I do see from millennials, this need to be loved, to like me, to like me, to like me. And I think it's part of Facebook culture. I think what we're dealing with is kind of a lack of empathy in a strange way. You're not putting yourself in someone else's shoes anymore and experiencing what they're experiencing. There is that notion of a corporate sensibility and a corporate kind of art among young people that I would hope they would soon disavow.
Well, I would just say that if you're gonna go corporate, you should own it. That's it.
That's true too, yeah.